Hello YouTuber, this is ThompsonOE737, bringing you another video just to keep you guys informed, updated on what's going on, what's going to be happening. Not much to show in this video, so again, if you're not really a listener and you're more of a watcher, then I don't expect you to just sit and listen. Try and make this video quick though. So as you can see, the airport at the minute, we've got a terminal over there on the far side. Took everything off because I'm currently working on this project for a customer. If you guys might have seen a listing on eBay to do with custom made model airports. That's a listing made by me. I'm not sure if I mentioned that in the last video. But yeah, this is the first sort of actual order that I've had. It's in 1/600 scale. The guy is going to be using 1/500 buildings. At first it was a bit, a bit hard to go with what he wanted, but we've come up with an arrangement, and I'm going to be ordering the paint and all that sort of stuff very soon. Get it painted, and at the minute now it's a pretty basic thing to do, really. Luckily I do have a few 1/600 aircraft to work with, so all is quite well, really. It's a very small layout though. It's only 100 by 90 centimeters, so it's quite ideal to do for a first project, actually. But obviously I may show you guys the outcome at the end. Post photos on Instagram, my Facebook page as well, that I created. But the main topic is this that you can see in the on the video itself right now. So this is like a small display unit that I've done. It doesn't take much time to do. If you want it realistic, you've got to measure stuff out and sort of know what you're doing in that sense. But and it might not be perfect. It might not be an exact replica of how it should look, but I've given it my best shot. I've had a bit of weathering as well. I don't know if you can just see like a bit of weathering in the centre. Obviously not touchdown markings, of course, but more just from like the jet blaster, I think, and mostly tyre marks, general wear on the ground itself. So this is based on London Heathrow runway 09 right, as you might have guessed. I've already posted a picture on Instagram and again on my Facebook page. It's quite, like I say, it is quite easy. I'm going to be selling these, listing this one on eBay and doing a listing for custom. If anyone wants one making, it doesn't have to be Heathrow. It doesn't, it can be any airport. It can just be a basic taxiway. Just to display your models on if you're taking photos. It's more for people that maybe don't have room for an airport, but just want to show their models in a more professional way. So they can put the model on one of these and then take photos, and it just looks a bit more presentable. Again, I'm not putting ideas into anyone's minds, but it's entirely up to the person at the end of the day. But yeah, I will be selling these. It is getting into a bit of a business that I'm trying to start off. I'll be honest about that. Whether it's going to work or not, I don't know. But these will be going up maybe the start of next month, so start of April. I'll probably put them on. Just to give you a bit of a guide as to how an aircraft sits or fits onto it. It's British Airways 747-400. So I've just put it in like the centre. As you can see, it fits on pretty well. You can imagine, taking photos of one of them, cropping the photo so the whole board is in view. And of course, you could always get your own little sort of background thing as well to go with it. I really haven't thought about doing them, but It's just more so the actual the actual display boards themselves. So this is MDF. It's on a 6mm thickness, which is quite ideal. You could probably get away with 3mm as well, but I think 6mm is just the right thickness. You know, I'm not sure about the cost yet. You know, if you're wondering about the cost, because obviously I've got to think about delivery costs for starters. Obviously the cost of all the materials and all that sort of stuff. Hoping it will be a realistic price. You know, not too dear where people are like, whoa, you know, that's a bit too much just for that. But I'll see what I can do. That's pretty much that now. Once I've completed this airport for this customer, which is actually the board underneath this like blank board. Once I've done that, I'm looking at doing another airport. I mentioned this in the last video, I believe, to do with foil. I'm not going down that route. I'm going to stick with doing it myself, because then I can add features that I want to include, stuff like that, and have it the way I want to. So there isn't necessarily a name for it yet, but basically the code name, or it may even become the name, is UK Worldport. Basically, in a term, that basically means, in my mind, basically it means like it's going to be a UK based airport, and it's going to include a lot of schedules in it. Obviously every month we're getting releases, and I've got a bit of a backlog at the minute of the models that I want to buy. Certainly, I mean, to see stuff on eBay coming up and stuff, and it's like, you know what, I wouldn't mind that, but unfortunately, due to other things you've got to pay for, you've got to miss it out. And obviously pre-orders as well, they are quite essential to order. So some of you guys might have already guessed, but I will be ordering all 3 of the JC Wings TUI aircraft, TUI models, the Family Life, both Thompson and Jet Airfly, and then the TUI Blue 737. So I mean, they're all 737s, but I will be ordering that. But yeah, this UK Worldport is going to be the essential airport. We're going to be hopefully, well, I say hopefully, it should work out pretty well. The same size as my last airport, actually, 5 foot by 4 foot. Going to include a runway, a smaller cargo section compared to the one that I had last time, you know, the one that I've had previously on my most recent airport. Will also include remote stands as well. That's going to be quite essential for wide body aircraft. Then the main terminal itself will be for narrow body stands, maybe up to 757, possibly up to 767, depending on the space that we have. But obviously I don't know when that's going to start. Maybe, I'm hoping before May, because the ideas that I've got for that is to include stuff coming in for the UEFA Euros, so like football flights. I've got a few models that can operate them sort of flights, so I'm really looking at, thinking about events that are going to be taking place soon. England national team, they could, we could say an aircraft coming for them. Fans as well. That's just a bit of an idea for you guys to think like what this airport is going to be about. And like I say, it's going to be like it's not going to be a big airport, but we're going to try and schedule in as much as we can to make it interesting and busy as well. When that airport will commence, I'm not sure, but I'm hoping April, May time. Maybe before May, hopefully, and then we can get into a few updates prior to the UEFA Euro starting and the football flights coming in that I'll be, sort of showcasing. So yeah, if you're interested in one of these display boards, 1 foot by 1 foot by 6mm thickness, MDF board, obviously painted and done by me. If you are interested at all, then please contact me on any method you prefer, Instagram, YouTube, email if you know that, whichever. I'll keep you updated on this project that I'm working on for this customer when it's completed more so, and I'll show you like what it looks like, what we've come up with. Thanks for watching, guys. If you've got any questions or anything, comment below, or again contact me elsewhere on Instagram or whatever. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you, well, I don't know when the next video will be, but I'll see you in the next video. Either way, bye.